Hello, AP Calc students, and welcome back to another school year here at Shikellamy. My name is Mr. Geiswhite, and I just want to take a little bit of time to introduce myself and just go over a few things about the course. So let's start off by just introducing myself. Like I said, my name is Mr. Geiswhite, and I am a graduate of Shikellamy. When I graduated from Shikellamy, I went to Kutztown University. I went there for undergraduate and graduate school. At the end of undergrad, I did my student teaching at two different places. One was at Hamburg Middle School, and the other one was kind of a unique student teaching experience. I had the opportunity to teach at Kelly College in Tavistock, England. I was there for about 2 months, and it was just an awesome experience that I got to do at the end of my student teaching. After I was done student teaching, I started teaching at North Schuylkill Junior Senior High School, which is down near Ashland. I taught there from 2008 until February 2017 when I was hired here at Shikellamy, and then I made the move up here. So just to introduce my family a little bit, I have been with my wife since we were 17 years old. We were juniors in high school when we met and started dating, and then got married in 2009. And we have 4 boys. So the oldest one right here, this is Malachi. He is 8 years old. The next oldest is down here. This is Ezra. He is 6. Next is Gideon. He is 4 years old. And then the youngest is Josiah. He just turned 1 in May. So just to talk a little bit about AP Calc and what we'll be doing this year. First of all, our end goal is the AP exam, which will be Tuesday, May 4th, 2021. I know you're probably thinking like, wow, that's a long way away. Why are we talking about that right now? But that is our end goal. So in order to get there, we got to hit the ground running. And my goal is always to finish the course right around the semester break. We're going to start the year off where we will be in AP Calc for 8th and 9th period, and then when the semester break, around like I don't know, beginning of February or so, we'll be just in here for just 9th period, and 8th period you'll have something else. So going back to that May 4th exam, you need to decide by November 13th whether or not you will be taking that exam. Now that's the goal for everybody, is to take this exam. So you need to decide that by November 13th. I have a Google Classroom set up that I think all of you are already in, but the other thing that you will need to do is to sign up for AP Classroom. There's a ton of resources on here. Some things I will be issuing out as an assignment. Some of them is just, it's just extra work that if you wanted to more practice, you could find it on there. So you're going to go to myap.collegeboard.org, and your class code, you can see it right there, GWKZ44, and that'll get you right into my classroom on College Board's website. I have textbooks for you. I'll be giving you a textbook on the first day, and also I will be issuing a calculator for you. So if any of you are doing remote learning and you have not picked up a calculator and a textbook, you need to make sure that you do that as soon as possible so that you're not behind. Those of you that are in class will get that on Wednesday when I see you. So we want to make sure you bring everyday Chromebooks. These will probably be used kind of sporadically. We're not going to use those every day, but you want to make sure you have them just in case. Definitely a notebook, pencil. I mean, that stuff is pretty self-explanatory. Your calculator. The AP test has a non-calculator and a calculator portion. So everything that we do, I'll be showing you some things on how to do it with your calculator, because there is a portion of the test you'll be able to use that on. Other thing you want to make sure that you have is a water bottle. Right now, our water fountains are down just to prevent spreading germs and all that. So they will be installing water bottle fillers. But until then, make sure you have your water bottle. I know we're in here at the end of the day, so they may be empty by then. But, just try to make sure you have your water bottle and fill it up in the morning, or maybe multiple water bottles so that you can have them throughout the day. So just some rules, expectations. First of all, you are required to wear a mask all day long. There are built-in breaks, when you're eating lunch and different things like that, where you're allowed to take it off. But otherwise, you need to have the mask on throughout the day. Desk shields that you will be getting first thing in homeroom on Wednesday morning. When you come in, you'll see the clips on the desks. Hopefully you get some time to practice putting those in. But when you come in, put that in before you sit down, and then, get your notes out and start taking notes. They're usually up on the board. So you'll be able to just start taking notes right away, and we won't lose any time going over problems and different things like that. We always want to be respectful of our classmates. This is a challenging course, so I want you to be able to feel comfortable asking questions and different things like that. So come prepared with questions. If you have questions, ask them. You have a bunch of different ways that you can ask questions. If you're not comfortable asking questions in class, you have other ways of doing that. It is a smaller class, so hopefully everyone is comfortable with each other, and you will all just be, willing and, just ready to ask questions, and you'll be comfortable doing that around your classmates. But if you have any other questions, basically what you can do is you can always send me a message on Google Classroom, and I can get that and respond to that. You can always email me. I know with math, sometimes typing it is kind of confusing. Easiest thing to do there is just take your phone, take a picture of that, send that off to me, and I can answer that question a lot easier that way because I can specifically see what you're asking. And if parents or anybody ever has a question and they can't email or go on Google Classroom, you can always call the high school office. It's not the preferred method because sometimes it may take till they get me the message and then I get a chance to call back. It may be a day. So, email, Google Classroom. Those are always the best ways of doing that. We have a lot more stuff that we're going to go over in the class. But basically, I just wanted to kind of go over a few things since we won't have the opportunity for an open house and just kind of introduce a few things to you. I'll be sharing out the syllabus and all that stuff on Google Classroom. I'm not going to go over that point by point because you guys can read it. I'll just hit some of the highlights with grading and different things like that. I will be recording all of the lessons and putting those on Google Classroom. So you will always have the opportunity of going back through, looking at the video. If there was a question or something I went over you weren't too sure about, you always have that option, especially those of you that are doing remote learning. That's going to be your main form of instruction. So you want to make sure that you're checking Google Classroom every day. I'll be doing attendance on there and just adding videos, worksheets, different things like that. So you always want to make sure you're checking that as often as you can. So I'm looking forward to a great school year. I hope that you guys are all ready to come back and kind of hit the ground running tomorrow. We're going to start going over that summer packet. Don't worry about having that done for tomorrow. I'm going to check that on Friday. So I'll give you a couple days to ask some questions and whatnot. But yeah, we're going to get started first thing tomorrow. So if you have questions, let me know. Email, Google Classroom, whatever, just let me know. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.